We're now delighted to be joined over the telephone by our guest, Dr. Amal Seddik, the writer. Dr. Amal, a very good afternoon to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Right. Let me start by asking you about, in your opinion, what are the most important features of the 52nd edition of the Cairo International Book Fair, which will begin on June the 30th?
I love the fact that they started going digital, actually. All the publishers have been able to go online, join the book fair online. It's the new century, the new age,
Yes.
a new era where everything is digital. Even the tickets have been, they have started to do that through internet, which gives the sense of the modernization of the new Egypt.
Yes.
This is one of the most things I like. I also like that the transportation. I mean, they have facilitated transportation for everyone. When the book fair moved outside Cairo in Tagamma, we felt it was quite far. A lot of people have been concerned about the distance, have been concerned about how to get there. One of the best things that the Ministry of Culture has done, it was facilitating transportation from all the main squares in Cairo through the exhibition.
Very good indeed. Tell me, what do you think of this year's choice of Yahya Haqqi to be the character of the year in this year's book fair?
I think he's one of the most the most talented writers of Egypt, and it's very good that they have started giving him credit for that. A lot of the young youth and a lot of the young people don't even know him. They haven't even heard of his name. Everyone knows Naguib Mahfouz because of the movies and everything, but Yahya Haqqi, only a few people, more cultured people, people who read more, know him. So I think it's a very good chance that all the new youth and all the new generation get to know him, get to know his work, and this has been backed up by a lot of digital work on the internet, so that the people would actually know him.
Absolutely. Now, for the first time, Dr. Amal, this year the fair has dedicated a writer for the children to celebrate. We are talking about Abdeltawab Yusuf. How important is this, especially in light of the future of writing and reading, especially for, you know, the youngsters?
The main starting point for reading and for loving reading is when they're children.
Yes.
So this would really encourage children to start reading, start looking at books. If the exhibition gives enough importance to reading, I mean, for children and for children writers, this will encourage more writers to write. It will encourage more children to read. I think it's very important. For me, I remember what made me a writer was when I used to go to the exhibition and choose books and look at the children books and everything. That's what gave me the passion for reading, and then later on for writing.
Absolutely.
The children need to know the authors and need to be acquainted with books and with writers, and children authors need to get the importance and the recognition they really deserve, because without them, there will be a generation that does not even write or read.
Yes, indeed. Let's talk a bit about, in your opinion, what is needed to really keep, you know, the printed book alive and popular, especially now with all the technological advances. Lots of books have become available online. How do we revive the idea that there is a printed book and it's a chance to really focus and disconnect and, you know, carry yourself into another imaginary or fantasy world through the book that you have in your hand?
It's a different experience. When you have the book in your hand, it's a totally different experience other than reading on internet. It gives you the feel of the book. You really, and it makes your imagination work, and it gives a lot. The book itself, but also the digital books are also help more people to read. I mean, when even Marquis, when he got his books printed, more millions and millions of people started reading them all over the world. So it's not really a bad thing, but there has to be both. There has to be printed books, and there could be digital books also, which will reach more people and have more audience. Also, the books that we can read, they can be more colorful. They can have books that allow children to color.
Yes.
So that will have more activities in the books that they have in their hands. So this might make children be more interested in actual books they have in their hands.
Absolutely. And we've seen really a push to entertain children and cater for them and make, you know, the kind of books that they would enjoy available according to their age groups, which is a very important step, as you said, for children to really get into the love of books.
Exactly.
Absolutely right. I'd like to thank you very, very much. Our guest, Amal Seddik, the writer. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us and for your insight on today's edition of Cairo Local Time. And we still continue on today's episode with our news, and the Egyptian Prosecutor General, Hamda Sawi, and a high-level delegation from the country's public prosecution received